How do you know if you're ready to lose your virginity? To the Atiya Show! My name's Atiya and this is my show. Today, one of our very popular questions is Ow! I just literally dug my nail in my finger. Today's question is, how do I know if I'm ready to lose my virginity? My answer to this question, transparently, would be it's different for everybody, but the more of a relationship that you can have with your gut and the more of a relationship you can have with your spirit, I feel like the more you'll really know when the time is right. I feel like there were so many times where I fabricated a relationship in my head with somebody because I just thought that like they were the person that I wanted to lose it to, but I knew I had these boundaries. They didn't fit those boundaries, so in my head I had to try to convince myself that they fit those boundaries. So that's definitely an aspect that I would recommend that young women and men be aware of just like, are we infatuated or are we genuinely into this person, you know? Because I feel like I was just able to really create realities about certain people, the realities I wanted to create to be able to make myself feel comfortable enough to want to go there with that person. But again, it never came to the point where I attempted to do it with somebody, except for my boyfriend, that I ended up losing it to. But yeah, I feel like there's a knowing, but you have to differentiate the feeling between that knowing that you really like that person and really feel comfortable with that person and really feel like you're ready, because it really is more so about you. In the world of virginity, we make things be so much about the other person and the partner. And it's really about how you know if you're ready. Because if you're ready, then really the person that you lose it to may not even really be all that, I don't want to say important, because it is important, but it's like with my boyfriend, right? I lost my virginity with my boyfriend. We broke up. I don't feel like because we broke up, I regret my experience of being intimate with him. I feel like maybe he was in my life for that reason, but my point is that your gut will let you know when you are emotionally ready to be able to handle the outcome of what happens after you lose your virginity. And I talk about this a lot, about like the aftercare and the self-care of how important self-care is when you lose your virginity. Because a lot of people feel like you kind of can lose yourself when you lose your virginity, and that is not the case at all. If you do it in a healthy way, but it is absolutely a possibility to lose yourself if you're not in a healthy space in your life. Sometimes people feel like they need sex to make up for certain things when they really just need to heal. So my number one recommendation is always just consulting with a life coach or a therapist, having a couple sessions and seeing, this really is a major change in your life. You are about to share your body with somebody, and it can take a toll on you mentally, physically, and spiritually. So you just want to make sure that you are connected in all aspects and healthy in all aspects before diving into this new part of your life. So I hope that that's super helpful. I just say be mindful. There's no rush when it comes to losing your virginity. Like I said in my viral video, it's not all that, but it is all that when you lose it, when you're ready, and when you are in love with that person and can take the time to explore your body and can take the time to explore your partner's body, and you can explore what you like when doing things together. Because even with my self-pleasure, I learned that it's so different from somebody else pleasuring me. So having to find that differentiation of things was a part of the process as well. So yeah, it's a lot of learning. Take your time. When you lose it or when you share it with somebody, you shared it with somebody. So there's no rush to get to that point, because once it's done, it's done. And you realize that although you created this beautiful moment, again, the aftercare is really actually what's more important and what's more imperative in your growth as a woman or as a person who's just lost their virginity. So yeah, that would be my advice. Just keep strengthening that relationship with your gut. I did that through reading self-care books, through watching inspirational YouTube videos, and just learning from other people's experiences. But don't compare when you do that. Don't think that it's because one person had one kind of experience, you have to have the same kind of experience. And then honestly, my top tier advice is life coaching and therapists. Like, that was what I feel like helped me regain my sense of self sexually when I kind of lost myself sexually in the midst of sharing my virginity with somebody. So yeah, I hope that that's super helpful. Please feel free to comment more questions below and I will answer them from my experience as transparent as possible. I love you so much, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more content. I love y'all.